Here's a loaded question. Do you love or hate the ending of Danganronpa 3? Because that's a confliction and a half.
Was the dog villager in a raincoat and hat?
They wear hats in the rain now.
They don't hold umbrellas anymore?
Not fully.
Huh.
They walk around in little rain hats.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I was like, hey, it's raining. That means you can catch a call I can't on screen now.
Also, it's 420, bitches! Blazing it! Aw, yeah, 420.
It's not just 420, it's 420-20. No, I kind of forgot today was 420.
Blazing it!
Edit an air horn in somewhere around there. But don't make it too obnoxious. If the air horn is too obnoxious, it becomes unfunny. Huh. Oh. Probably heard our cat doing things. Everything's fine. I think the cat just moved position. Don't need a cat messing up the recording.
I might cut past me coughing a little bit. Good Jesus Christ.
That dude.
No, like, I can't. Oh, let me take these. Give me a second here. Oh, sinuses. I might actually just cut. This is what cutting is for. Okay, so cutting back in. For future reference, to save a minute, if I have a bunch of mail, I might just cut past opening the mailbox. And I also cut past me having to blow my nose. Sinuses are a bitch and a half. So. She has an umbrella. Oh, she's friendly enough I can give her shit now. She has a little rain hat, though.
And she's holding a basket.
I forgot to store... Oh, stop. So, okay. Hold on, I forgot to store that gold nugget and some other shit. And I can open those gifts. Okay.
That was convenient. That was in a transition.
I can cut out a bunch of nonsense. Ah. Nice. We've got all that other stuff I need to put outside. I wanted to store some of that. I just need to drop this for a minute. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm gonna... and cut past some of this. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I wanted to place some items around while we also check on some other stuff. And, like, the reason I was thinking about starting to cut past a bunch of mail when we order like 50 million things.
Should I start cutting past the mail in New Leaf? Yeah, when you get a lot of mail from the game, it's kind of the same few messages.
Yeah! That's why I was...
I believe Chaga started cutting past mail, and he would have a little, like, because New Leaf, you know, was on the 3DS, and the mail and stuff was on the bottom screen, right?
I think.
So I believe he would edit in, basically, the feed of the bottom screen.
I realize I should probably cut past mail. Just because it's like,
it's more. It is more convenient because it's just a.
That was something I had been planning to do.
Like I said, even Chugga.
For a while now.
Even he did that when playing.
No, I'm probably going to start doing that in editing long before you ever hear me bring it up. Just because it's one of those...
It's one of those small things in Animal Crossing that gets a little tiring to see.
Unless we absolutely get
Oh
it.
yeah, he moved in. I completely forgot about that. Unless we get, something super important, like the Happy Home... Was gold the highest rank, or did they actually make, like, platinum or something the highest?
I need to look into that.
Unless we get something like,
I can just cut Pat...
Or some other NPC thing.
Especially because certain, like, other messages, and I'm making a point about this, now, because this is just something that needed to be stated, damn it, on words. This is something that needed to be stated before anyone asks something, because of people sending me messages because of friends and other things. Some of those are more private, and I don't need random parts of my personal life being fucked.
And also, you know how YouTube is with certain things.
I don't need my personal life doxed by Animal Crossing.
Whoa, wouldn't that be something?
So ignore me not wanting to spread my personal details to the freaking world.
You know, I'm now wondering, has anyone ever, like, been, doxed because of something in, like, Animal Crossing or some other online game? Didn't the Japanese police use, like, PictoChat to catch, like, a criminal or something?
I need to also go drop those music players in my other room. Arg. So, that's a thing, and that's not... Though, I mean, I would hope people would be understanding, but this is the internet where people are unreasonable. Well, this is...
Insert joke about, the fee to get into people's towns.
While this is a LP on YouTube, certain parts of my freaking personal life...
When we recorded stuff with Sean, we cut past when he would be fiddling around in, like, PS3 and PS4 menus. We cut around that so that, the, like...
Well...
internet password stuff.
Sometimes I left in menu recordings of Sean just changing some, like, going in and out of games.
But the shit that would say, like, the router password for our internet,
Generally,
is cut past.
Generally, we were never recording, and so
when shit like that happened.
But I'm making a stance now because, and this is something that, again, I'm being blunt here. Don't question avoiding certain things with people.
I feel like the internet, is sensible enough with it. That's why people
certain friends, certain relationships.
That's why people will commonly edit out, like, internet-related things if they need to in the middle of a recording.
I keep forgetting to move those at 7. I might also do something.
Oh, hey, look who's back. Back again. Ooh, and it's raining. That's the perfect goddamn timing. How much do Colicants sell for normally?
15,000.
Goddamn.
Three big-time fish. Okay. So you always have to do his challenge before...
But then after that, you're good, and also the fish you catch for his stupid challenge thing, you can sell to him.
Yeah. And
so
I could actually get more colicants.
So it's a win-win.
But speaking of colicant...
That size has the potential to be a colicant?
They're the biggest.
Huh.
And only when it's raining and they're somewhat common.
Because they only appear when raining. I remember them, as I said before, at least being sort of common in New Leaf. Numbers may have changed for that. We need to actually go look that up at some point. But it's of course a sea bass. It's always a goddamn sea bass.
Anyway, back to not revealing my personal life.
What size did he say that the fish have to be? Cause
Pufferfish, so we're working on mid or bigger, so I'm looking for...
That's another thing. Did you actually look up if, like, because he says around the size?
No, but it seems like I'm going over. And we might get a coelacanth, which would be amazing. That feels like a sea bass, though.
Like I said, it's always a damn sea bass.
A coelacanth, I mean, this would be a great time to catch them, but the problem with that is, one, they are semi-rare, and two, rain can come and go at random. So while this would be a great time to...
But, like, it's also technically, theoretically, as long as you never, like, save the game.
No,
the rain actually can stop just in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one day I was grinding coelacanth, the rain just stopped.
Oh.
It lasted like 3 hours and it actually stopped. That is the one freaking problem.
But because it's random, you literally could just keep entering and exiting, and the game could eventually spit it out.
And this is why I got coelacanth off recording. Because
it's just, I would find it funny because we actually...
In the, like, 2 hours of fishing I did, I only found 3 coelacanth and, like, 50 plus sea bass.
You know, I wonder if you gift... Like, if you gifted someone a raincoat, if they were to actually start wearing the particular raincoat you gifted them, like, in the...
Back to what the hell we were doing.
You can just cut through when we find the next fish. Because we've done... Like, you just walked past the fish, or do you think that the fish you walked past...
I'm looking for the maximum size in case it's a coelacanth. Because it could be a sea bass.
But, like, because we're at the point now, again, it's one of those things you could start, like, you could start editing out earlier, where, at the point in Animal Crossing, where most of the basic stuff you could start editing around, because I remember her in the New Leaf, didn't Chaga...
Sometimes we're talking...
He had that morning routine thing, which was basically like the picking up the fossils and like other stuff, and he started just cutting past that.
Oh, that's a...
Because it was the same stuff.
That's a decently sized fish. Gotta get 3 in a row. This fish has been dumb. There we go. That feels too light. Yep.
Well, that's 3. Fitting that a sea bass is what breaks the fishing rod. Wait, and didn't... Last night, didn't you repair the fishing rod?
I thought I did.
I don't think that works anymore. That repair thing doesn't seem to work anymore if we did the fishing, like, if you repaired the fishing rod like last recording. Huh.
That sucks.
Or people, well, that's one of those things where people were just wrong.
No? Let's make another fishing rod then. Because I had the kids the other night, and I had just colored it.
So, either people were wrong to begin with, and that never worked, or some update somewhere along the line said, fuck that shit.
Which annoys me. I mean,
If they did update it to where that doesn't work anymore, I feel like they should have added in an actual way to get, like, to just flat out repair them. Like I said, but before in a recording, if that were to ever happen, I feel like removing that would be okay if they give an actual official way to, like, repair tools. Even if the official way to repair tools took, like, stupid large amounts of things, like tin iron or tin wood or whatever, I would still be...
So I have to do some testing, because I swear...
Well, I have to do research, then. Because I swear...
I had just... Unless I forgot to paint the fishing rod.
You either forgot the fishing rod...
I can go check my footage. Well, I still need to break some tools, anyway. But...
Yes.
So, in a way, I don't care. Because breaking tools is worth some bonus points. So, we will... Oh, Lord. I'll go deal with the fishing challenge in a minute, but... I would love... I mean, it's not going to freaking happen, but...
The Volcanic, you said they were the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're in the deepest part of the ocean inside...
That's a red snapper.
Alongside oarfish and...
Ha!
What were the three things in the tank? Was the coelacanth? It was an oarfish.
It's a really small fish class that I forget. I would have to go double check or. Come on, jackass. Come on. That feels like a sea bass. Sea bass and olive flounder feel the same. I will sell him some fish in a markup. That's too small. The other fish that's deep ocean is a really small fish. Coelacanth or the sea bass size, but only when it's raining and that doesn't feel like a coelacanth. Like, your controller will go completely nuts. However, the good part about this, I'm going to get a...
Again, we're still getting things at a markup, so even if a sea bass, through the increase, is only around...
That feels a little bit heavier.
Or...
Yes!
There it is! Oh, baby, a triple!
Blast from the past! I call a coelacanth! Think positive via coelacanth! I knew that was shaky. Shaky as hell. That's a 50% markup on a 15,000 fish.
And that's big money.
And as you can see, coelacanth are semi-common.
Like I said, I remember in New Leaf, and this is one of those, that could be completely wrong.
That's a sea bass or an olive.
Like I said, and this is one of those I could be completely wrong, because I've made a joke before that Animal Crossing is my Mandela Effect series, because there's a bunch of things where like, I remember being that way in New Leaf, then I am completely wrong. And I'm like completely wrong, and the numbers were way different, and it's like, huh, that's weird. I remember doing this shit. But, as I said before, I do believe in New Leaf to
super tiny fish.
To compensate for the whole arena.
Seahorse sell for a lot, so if you go for these really tiny ones, it might be a...
Speaking of which...
Yes! Those are like 1,300.
That is very, like, adequate for how common it is.
Because, like, I think it's like 3 or... It's like 3,500, something like that, ballpark. But we're gonna get a 50% markup.
So, like I said, the common thing... So, like, the common things, that end up around only 1 to 2,000 through, like, CJ or Flick, because they're common, and, that makes it an easy 1 to 2,000, so when, like, if sea bass are just hypothetically 2,000, and with how common they are, 2,
I'm still missing some really common freaking river fish. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, would you like me to cut out a bit more of the sort of dumb, miscellaneous dead air that I have left in a few parts? I said I would likely cut out a lot of that, but I never did because I thought a lot of our commentary was overall pretty good because we talked through a lot of the weird miscellaneous nonsense. And if the commentary is good, I often leave it in if it isn't hurting anything. And Animal Crossing is a weird game because on the one hand, cutting past a lot of the mundane, tedious nonsense could make a video easier to watch, but on the other hand, leaving in some of that dumb, miscellaneous, tedious nonsense does actually show off Animal Crossing more naturally, because if I am constantly cutting out stuff, that does kind of defeat the purpose of Animal Crossing, but I feel that point only goes so far, because after a certain point, I will agree that dumb, miscellaneous nonsense, where I am literally doing one repetitive task over and over and over again until I get a specific result, that is worth cutting out, because you, as a viewer, understand that I am doing something kind of tedious, and I don't like making people watch too much tedious nonsense, but I think there is a fine balance of showing off Animal Crossing, even the more mundane parts of it, versus wasting tons and tons and tons of recordings on a specific task and literally not cutting out any of that footage. That, in my opinion, can become super hard to watch, whereas a lot of the smaller, more mundane things I think are fine. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.